So in today's video, I'm going to be bringing you a print-on-demand tier list. I'll be talking about 12 different print-on-demand websites featuring the likes of Redbubble, Merch by Amazon, Amazon KDP, and more. And I'll pretty much be showing you which print-on-demand sites I think you guys should be using, which print-on-demand sites you should not be wasting your time with. So please do drop a like if you're ready for this one. And with that said, let's jump straight into it. Hi guys, my name is Phil and welcome to the Money Game YouTube channel. For anyone that's new around here, I make print-on-demand content to both motivate and to give you guys tips and tricks on how you can improve your print-on-demand shops. Now, if you do happen to be new around here and you haven't already, please do click on that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell, and that way you won't miss out on any of my future videos. And if you don't already know, down in the description, I have a free print-on-demand starter guide that features a lot of the information that I used to get my first online sales through sites like Redbubble. And for anyone thinking of turning this into more of a full-time thing, I also have a paid step-by-step guide that's linked down below. Check that out if you feel that that's something you are interested in. Now, as for today, like I said, I'm going to be going through a print-on-demand tier list. I thought this would be a pretty cool idea to do, as at this point, I've not seen anyone within the print-on-demand community do this. Also, it would be a cool way to kind of share my own experiences with these various different print-on-demand sites, so you guys know where to spend most of your time in regards of actually uploading designs. Now, this is the tier list, as you guys can see right here, with various print-on-demand websites. And just to explain the tiers for you guys so you understand what they mean, starting off with D, this is the don't use tier. Anything I'll put in here, you want to be staying away from it, mainly because it will most likely waste your time. C, these are print-on-demand sites that aren't the easiest to use and that won't bring you any sort of traction or get you sales as quick as you may want. These are sites that I, from my own personal experience, have not had the most luck with, and that I feel that may be hard for you guys to use. And as for anything I talk about in this video, you need to take this with a pinch of salt, mainly because this is from my own experiences. Moving on to B tier, these are sites that I feel like are worth your time of day. You may get sales, but they may not be the easiest of sites to start off from. And anything that I'll put in B, you need to at least try it out, as for you it could work out a lot better than it did for me. The A tier, in my opinion, is honorable mention. So these are sites that can either make you a lot of money or that aren't the easiest to get into. They may not be free to use, so you might need to pay to put listings on these sites, but these are sites that, from my experience, I've noticed work but aren't the easiest, you know, to maybe jump into as a beginner. And going on to the S tier, so the superstar tier is what we'll call it in this video. These are sites that are easy to jump onto from the start, or sites that can make you a lot of money if you do learn how to use them correctly. Once again, this is based from my own personal experiences, as when I first started with print on demand, I actually created accounts on as many different print on demand sites as I could. Some of them did well, some of them not much happened. So hopefully I can reflect that information with you guys in this video so that you guys don't have to actually make the same mistakes that I made. Jumping straight into it, we're going to start off with Redbubble. So Redbubble is going to go to the S tier. I mean, it's the creme de la creme. It's one of the easiest, if not the easiest, print on demand site to start with. The barrier of entry is really low, and the opportunity of getting sales and making a lot of money is high. And I can vouch for this from personal experience. If you're not on Redbubble, you should definitely be creating an account to at least try it out, as you never know, you could do really, really well on this. Next up, with Merch by Amazon. This is also going to go in the S tier. Probably should have picked another color in the background here, as you can't see the Amazon. Nevertheless, Merch by Amazon is going in the S tier, mainly because the earning possibilities and earning potentials on this are very high. It might not be the easiest thing to get onto as a beginner, but the earning opportunities outweigh the struggles you could have at the start. Because for those who don't know, Amazon is the biggest online marketplace. So if you can get something on Amazon through Merch by Amazon and it starts to sell well, you could potentially make a lot of money. So there's no way I can't put this in the S tier. Moving on, we have Society 6. Now, a lot of people don't actually use Society 6, and I'm sure a lot of people haven't heard of this, but Society 6, I'm gonna have to put it in the B pile. it's worth trying out, but as a beginner, it's not the easiest thing to jump onto, as the setup at the very start is not as easy as some of the print on demand sites I've covered, for example, Redbubble. Like I said, it's definitely worth a try, and you never know, this could be the perfect print on demand site for you, as it has features that some of these other print on demand sites don't have, and they also offer a large range of products as well, which is always good to see. Next up, we have Etsy. Gonna have to drag this in the A tier, mainly because it definitely is an honorable mention, if we're going to be honest. The main reason Etsy doesn't go into the S tier is because you need to pay for your Etsy listings. It's not that much, but as a beginner, it's not worth paying for listings if you don't really have any knowledge in regards of what works or what doesn't work. So before you get to Etsy, I would always recommend you try stuff like Redbubble, Merch by Amazon, to see if you can get sales there, and whatever sells for you on those other platforms, you can then bring them over to Etsy, knowing that the listings that you're paying for have high chances of selling, if that makes sense. And yeah, besides that, Etsy would be an S, but because of the fees, it has to sit in the A tier, which to be fair still isn't that bad. Next up, we have Amazon KDP. Now, I would love to put it in the S tier, but it's just gonna have to sit in the A tier next to Etsy. This is mainly because when you're starting, the barrier of entry isn't the easiest unless you know what you're doing. Most people struggle as they don't know, obviously, how to create book covers or where to get the pages. Because of that, I need to put it in the A tier. If you're someone who struggles with this and you want more information on how to create book covers, where to get the blank pages, I've actually made a video covering that. I'll link that down in the description. Check that out and it will talk you through obviously how you can get started. But Amazon KDP has to go in A, mainly because of those little things at the start that could trip people up. Next up, we have Teespring. Now, I just need to just put it here. Teespring has had its ups and downs, and at the moment they've changed it to Spring, and they're saying for people who want to post through Teespring, it's now going through another platform. Because of that, Teespring has to be in the D tier, they don't touch, mainly because personally I think it's a waste of time unless you're a creator or someone who already has an audience. As a beginner, Teespring is not worth your time at the moment, and that's why I'm placing it in the D tier, because you could spend your time elsewhere and get better returns from doing so. Next up, we have Teepublic. Teepublic, it's a close one between the A and B tier, but I think I'll put it in the A tier from my own experiences. Teepublic is a site that I've had a lot of success with next to sites like Redbubble, mainly because I have gotten quite a few sales through Teepublic. The only problem with it now is that if you're someone that's starting up on Teepublic, you might not actually get the chance to have your designs shown on the marketplace. They say you need to hit a minimum of 25 designs. Now you have to actually email the team for them to check your shop, and if they feel that it's okay, they'll allow your designs to go public. In fact, because of that, and because it's a lot harder, I think I might have to put Teepublic in the B tier. I mean, you guys can always try it out. You might get lucky and your designs may pop up on the marketplace, but at the end of the day, you don't really want to play a game of luck when there's other print on demand sites that will allow your designs to be viewed by other people. Next up, we have Shopify. Shopify, I feel like putting in the D tier, but because I've seen people do well, I'll have to put it in the C tier. Now, for Shopify, if you're going to use that, which is the same with Etsy and eBay, which I'll go on to talk about, you need to use a third-party website that allows you to actually integrate your designs onto product. Sites like this are usually things like Printify, Printful, as they allow you to put your designs on products, and then if someone buys through Shopify, eBay, Etsy, they can actually send off your orders. So it's still kind of in a print on demand way, if that makes sense. The only reason I'm putting in C tier is because, like I said, I've seen other people do well. The only downside of using Shopify is that you have to do your own marketing, whether that's through Facebook marketing, whether that's through using influencers on Instagram. You have to do your own marketing. That could be a bit of a pain, but as other people have done it, it has to sit in the C tier, as it's not impossible to do. Moving on, we have Zazzle. Zazzle, I'll have to put this one in the B tier. Only reason I'm putting in the B tier because it's a little bit tricky to start off with, because it's not laid out in a simple way, for example, as Redbubble or Spreadshirt, which I will go on to talk about. And due to that, I feel like, you know, it's worth trying, but it's not the easiest one to get into. From my own experiences, when I first started with Zazzle, I think I left it for a month, then I came back to it again, learned how to upload designs, and I actually started uploading designs onto it, but it wasn't easy, so it has to sit in the B tier. And that swiftly moves us onto Spreadshirt, which is gonna have to go in the A tier. The only reason I put Spreadshirt in the A tier is because it's so easy to use as a beginner. There's tools out there that allow it to be even easier to use. I've actually made a video talking about this. If you haven't seen that, I'll make sure to link it down in the description as well, so check that out. Only downside of Spreadshirt is the fact that the earning potential isn't as high as some of these other print-on-demand sites, as I feel like they don't get as much traffic as sites like Redbubble or sites like Merch by Amazon. Because of that, I'm gonna have to put it in the A tier. Don't think I could put it lower because it's so easy to start and get into if you stay focused. So yeah, I think that's fair for Spreadshirt. Moving us on, we have eBay. eBay is another big website, so I'm gonna have to put it in the A tier, mainly because earnings potentials are very high. Downsides include you need to get third party, and you need to make sure that whatever it is you're posting, you know that long term has a high chance of selling, as you can actually get eBay listing fees. It's a tricky one. I mean, it might even have to drop to a B, because a lot of people might struggle to actually link their eBay stores to a third party site like Printful to be able to actually have things a little bit more automated. Because of that, I might have to drop it down to a B. Earning potentials are still there, and it's a great site to use, mainly because it's established. People are always on eBay searching for things. It's another print-on-demand site you can try to use, even though it's not solely print-on-demand. You have to use, you know, third-party sites like I've been saying. And finally, we have CafPress. I'm gonna have to put CafPress on the C tier. This is mainly because from my own personal experience, didn't really see much movement, much traction through CafPress. Some of the designs that I would have on CafPress in comparison to Redbubble, Spreadshirt, for example, weren't doing that well on CafPress, weren't getting any clicks. Whereas on places like Redbubble, Spreadshirt, even Etsy, there would be a lot of clicks coming in. I'll be getting traction, I'll be getting sales. That might just be me though. But personally, I would put it in the C tier because I don't really feel like my time would be best spent, well, uploading things to it when there's so many other sites. But yeah, guys, that is the complete tier list. Just to run through it, S tier, so creme de la creme, we have Redbubble, Merch by Amazon. A tier, we have Etsy, KDP, Spreadshirt. B tier, we have Society6, Teepublic, Zazzle, and eBay. C tier, Shopify, CafPress, and then D as in the do not touch tier, we have Teespring, which is now Spring. If there's any other print-on-demand sites that you guys use that you feel I've not mentioned, please let me know down in the comment section. I'm pretty sure there's some that I've definitely forgot. Let me know what your thoughts are in regards of these different print-on-demand sites, as well as your different experiences. I'll be more than happy to look through and read through them and see what you guys are saying. If you did enjoy this video, please do drop a like, as that would be very much appreciated. And guys, always remember that everything is rigged in your favor, and manifest success.